child be like? Well, the child would be like Kyle Cease. He is here. Just a little bit about him. He's been touring for over 24 years. He is a special, unique talent. In fact, he's had 2 Comedy Central specials. He's been on all the late night shows. But guess what? He is here right now. Let's give him a wonderful round of applause.
Folks, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Michael Beckwith, ladies and gentlemen. That's so fantastic. Thank you very much. Good time. So cool that the Beckwiths here tonight bringing me up. What an honor. People always ask me what I look for in a crowd, you know, what gets them on fire, and I always tell them a moment of silence is a great warm-up. So, like we had any moment. That joke's okay, because we're all one, right? You wrote it, because we're all one, so you're me. So that joke was supposed to happen, because it did. This stuff just flows through. You gotta understand, I just start. I don't know what's gonna happen. I just start. I open up, and then it comes through. That's what happens. I just open up, and then it starts. So if you don't like this, you're mad at God, because that's what's happening. It's your resistance. According to Byron Katie, let it happen. Don't you get how this works? No, it's an honor to be here. How about for everyone who opened for me for the last 4 days? This is an honor to have a 4-day opening show. All these people opening for me. What the Bleep opened for me yesterday. That was cool. A movie that tells you there's no such thing as time, celebrating their 10-year anniversary. What an honor. 10 years of no time now. That's a beautiful thing. That was fun. I never know what I'm going to say. I just do kind of start, you know, because a lot of times people go, well, don't you plan it? But how could I plan this? I would get in my head and suddenly think who I am as my content. Right? But that's not my content. You're here, you don't go to see Ellen DeGeneres' jokes, you go to see Ellen DeGeneres, right? And so many times, all the people are backstage with schedules. I'm like, don't you trust? You know, so they're learning to let go, and now it's chaos back there because they're not quite trusting. But it's such an honor to be doing this. I mean, this is just, that's what we're here to do, is just have fun. I'm so thrilled to be with this audience, because you guys are the only people left in the world that find and schedule fun, right? Take it back. You scheduled fun tonight. Scheduled this weeks ahead, like weeks ago, you were like, we're going to have fun in 2 weeks. We're going to stay mad for 2 more weeks, and later we'll get in the moment, because the moment's in the future, I think. So they told me to do this for 10 minutes, but time's not real, so get ready for a few hours of comedy coming through. I'm just kidding, that's not true, but if that were true, it would be. So many people look like Fred Allen Wolf here. It's true, it's cool. But it's all fun, that's what we're here to do. But you guys scheduled fun, and I'm realizing you can make anything fun. You never have to get mad ever. Isn't that weird? You never have to get mad, ever. Like if a car cuts you off on the freeway, you can just go, neat. You don't have to be mad. But every one of us knows someone at work who's like, earlier a guy cut me off. And then someone will have a worse story than that. They'll be like, one time 2 guys cut me off. Like, oh, let's hate stuff for a while. And you were in a good mood. You'll just walk into the room like, does anyone want fresh cash? I have fresh, delicious cash. I'm so happy. No, leave us alone. People cut us off earlier. I just wanted to give you cash. I was in a good mood. You never have to get mad. And here's the trizic. And trizic is rap for trick. Go ahead. So, it'll be weird if you use that. Comedian Kyle Cease was like, huh? But see, that wasn't a distraction. That was the moment. That's what happened, right? People always make a thing the bad thing. That's the moment. You were supposed to be there because you were, Byron Katie. But that's what this is about. And I've realized the trizic, and that's rap for trick, and that's a callback to an earlier joke. I just did a callback, where I called back to an earlier joke. A lot of comics will do that. They'll call back to an earlier joke. They'll be like, corn, and later they'll be like, remember when I said corn? And the crowd's like, But very few comics have call forwards. McDonald's, keep watching and you'll get it. So, you're getting weird jokes too. I like you're open. This is a fun crowd. You get good things. Like, I'm really happy right now. Thank you, both of you. But my point is that you can make anything fun. And here's the trick. I'm going to make my death fun. Right? We're all going to die. why not have fun with it? Why do we worry all the way up until the death before we die? You're like, guys, I'm gonna die. We tell people, you guys don't know I'm gonna die. And then we die, and we're like, see, I told you I'd die. And they're like, how are you talking to me? But my point is that you can make your death, around here it's transitioned. Transition. So, this is my plan. In the last 10 seconds, this is what I want to do. I want to have everyone gathered around. I want to do that flatline thing. Which, by the way, it's kind of BS you can't hear your own flatline, right? It's the most pivotal sound of your life, and it goes off the second you can't hear it. Which is why I'm going to outlive mine just a little bit. So it's like, I'm going to be like, I'm going to be like, ooh, I heard it, and that'll be my last words. And then I go up to, I transition into an old me. So, because we all reincarnated, this group reincarnated. Yesterday I was at a Christian show, it was a whole different thing, but you guys, we reincarnated. Because every one of us used to be a famous inventor. Isn't that weird? Every person who was reincarnated was either a queen or an inventor. No laborers or anything normal. Everyone was Alexander Graham Bell or Joan of Arc or something like that. But it's funny. I love groups like this because we're so wide open, seriously. I had a woman yesterday look me in the eye and very seriously tell me, I'm a pet psychic. But she said, and that's cool, that's a really cool thing, but she said it so like it's normal. Like we all agree that that's a thing and we're cool with it. You know, she literally was talking to me, she was just like, Mittens needs her whiskey. Like, and I was like, I'm a pet psychic. We need to understand that if we want to connect to the rest of the world, we need to start every sentence out with, this is gonna sound crazy. That's the 2-inch shift right there. That's all we have to do. Just go, start every sentence with, I know this is gonna sound nuts. And then all of a sudden everyone's like listening, but instead we're just like, no, I'm from planet Krypton, and then with what? No, you're not. So, I'm gonna make it fun. So when I went off on a tangent, I do tangents a lot. And when I say tangent, I don't mean the math kind, what the bleep people. I was so bad when the question said, show all your work on a separate piece of paper, I would draw a picture of myself looking at the dude next to me's paper. So when I have the flatline thing, I want everyone gathered around, and I want to do the thing. I want to, in the last 10 seconds, this is so clever, I'm going to get my body into a very nice, tight, entangled yoga pretzel position. Just like a really stiff knot, because I know that your body gets stiff when you die, and I want to make it very hard for my family to unscramble me. Like, how fun will that be? In the last 10 seconds, I'll be like, goodbye, mother, mom, and brother Kevin. I'm from Little House on the Prairie. And they're like, what are you doing? I'm like, no, I always die like this, it's okay. And weird open casket with my legs draped over the side, right? Because they can't close it, right? Spandex, I want to just be wearing spandex. And I'm going to do this with my eyes, so I'm forcibly staring at you, staring back at my spandex. And you won't know that that's coming. You'll just be walking to the coffin the way you normally walk to a coffin, just like, and there I am in that position. You're like, what? And my dad will be like, I know, we can't get pants on him. We didn't know he was going to do that. And you can make that fun. You never have to worry again. Once you make your death fun, everything's cool, because that's all the ego's worried about, right? So just be cool with dying and you're good to go. Who cares what they think about you, right? People always ask me before I go on stage for real, they go, so when you go on stage, what are you going to say? Oh, am I off? Or good? Just, no time is just a weird thing for me. Am I dreaming right now? I've never had the Secret Service play after my set. Like the Secret Service is here? Was there a time limit? I mean, there was no clock. Everyone's saying go, but I have never had this happen. Oh, okay, so he's saying get off, and she's saying keep going. So this is, okay, well let me finish. I didn't know that was it. There was no clock. That's the worst thing. Could you imagine if this happened and every time you need to stop something? Like if you're on a date with someone and she's had it with you, a band just starts walking up with you. So now they're thinking about it. But now they're in the future, so they're not as happy. But if I point it out, I used to work, I'll just tell you this, and then I'll leave, and then I'll tell you all my philosophy later, but I'll be in the parking lot one at a time. teaching you, but we're all one, so I'll just tell one person and you'll all hear it. I used to work at a fast food place. I can't say the name of the place I chose for illegal reasons, but it rhymes with Schmcdonald's. Give me a bum, Curtis. But it rhymes with Schmcdonald's. Thank you so much. Hey folks, I had a weird day the other day. I was going to go to the optometrist, but I accidentally went to the optimist, and he said my eyes were fine. Hey! Thank you so much. So, folks, I will say this, and I don't want to go, because, I don't want to go, but I have to. Obviously, I have to. But you're me, so I don't know why I'm interrupting myself. It's like a bunch of ego showing up. It's someone else's voice. But I'll never forget when I worked at McDonald's, and this lady came up to the drive-thru in the speaker, and she goes, "How much is a Big Mac?" And she was a Velociraptor. I'm kidding, they can't drive. So she's like, "How much is a Big Mac?" If you've been to McDonald's, you know that the price of a Big Mac's right in front of your face, right? Let's review. Price, face. So she's like, "How much is a Big Mac?" So I said, "Well, let me go check for you." And then I ran outside to where she was. Right in front, I'm like, "Let's see here, Big Mac." I ran back inside. It's $1.89. So that was my last day there. Hey guys, thank you so much for letting me